The gang of thieves was preparing to make their move on the gold. While the officer was distracted, Lisa slipped a sedative into his cup. As soon as the officer drank it, he instantly passed out. They then performed a 3D scan of the officer's face. Using the facial data, a makeup artist created a highly realistic 3D mask that perfectly resembled the officer's features. The robbers, disguised as drivers, knocked out the officer with an anesthetic. Jack quickly put on the mask, impersonating the officer flawlessly. The gold, worth over $3 billion, was already loaded onto the train. Under the pretense of an inspection, Jack dismissed the soldiers nearby. He then discreetly took out a tiny camera from his pocket and flicked it onto the top of the code box, with the camera facing the keypad. Unaware of the plan, the soldiers installed crucial props on each train window as instructed by Jack. After the inspection, the administrator entered the code, preparing to lock the door. The code was clearly captured by the camera. The soldiers guarding the gold boarded the train one by one. Once the train departed, Jack notified his accomplices to get ready for action. Lisa activated a jet-powered locomotive, chasing after the gold transport train at high-speed rail speeds. As the train entered a tunnel, the magician among the robbers immediately used a remote control to activate the props on the train windows. The props released smoke, covering the entire window. When the train exited the tunnel, the magician used the props to display a virtual scene, deceiving onlookers. The people inside the carriage couldn't discern the situation outside the windows at all. The escorting soldiers even waved at Lisa, who was standing by the roadside. Meanwhile, Nick, the hacker in the team, swiftly hacked into the military satellite. With a simple click, the satellite monitoring the gold train was instantly paralyzed. Soon, the speeding train caught up with the gold train. The train doors were successfully opened. However, in the next second, the escorting soldiers rushed out. The hearts of the accomplices instantly jumped into their throats. Fortunately, Jack's combat prowess was off the charts. With a few quick moves, he took care of the soldiers. When Jack arrived at the safe, he only had 4 minutes left. He immediately took out a powerful electric drill, ready to bore a hole in the 1-meter-thick door. However, at that moment, the holographic projection on the window triggered an alarm. The magician had no choice but to switch the recording to playback mode. Jack inserted the tiny camera into the drilled hole. Based on the displayed image, he quickly rotated the dial to the correct position. The moment the door opened, the reflection of the gold nearly blinded Jack's eyes. Without time to be amazed, they immediately set up a slide rail between the two cars and started rapidly transferring the gold from the safe. However, just as they had transferred half of the gold, the escorting soldier noticed Lisa's image appearing outside the window again. Sensing something was amiss, he immediately stuck his head out to check, just in time to witness the gold being transferred.